Here we go. Bam.
What are we working on today? I'm not, you know what? I'm not going to start the video like that. Because that was a bit, it's a bit intense.
It's a bit much.
What are we working on today? We are working on a Ford Focus. Supposedly it's a transmission issue. But I couldn't drive it because the water pump was leaking. And the battery was bad. So I had to replace both of those just to do a test drive to diagnose the transmission issue.
So here we are, guys. Let's see what we're doing now.
I'm trying to get it up to operating temperature, so I can see what it's doing. It seems okay. Well, I mean, temperature is still like climbing, so he ain't really got much gas. And see, it's trying to turn off.
I see, I hear it.
Yeah, I don't understand that. It could be low on fuel, but it also could be because of cars.
To the angle.
Yeah.
So the leveler's a bit off.
Yeah. And the fuel might be away from the pump. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn it off. Turn it off. I don't think it got to operating temperature though. Because I'm trying to see if the thermostat is going to open for this to flow through.
All right.
You know what? No, I'm going to leave it on. I need that thermostat to open up.
Yeah, I got to get up to temp, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to let it run for a little bit.
So where are you looking down at?
The fan, and then I'm checking for leaks, making sure there's no other leaks, even though I did not touch the radiator hose. Sometimes when you do have a leak and you introduce new pressure into the system, it will cause other issues.
Very true.
So I'm just making sure that, because these hoses are a little old, but I'm making sure that there's no other leaks anywhere else, making sure everything is on properly, on tight. Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's weird. But, and then I'm checking coolant level. So right now it's like just slightly above, it's like at the max. So I'm trying to see if the thermostat opens, is that coolant going to flow through, and then I may have to top it off. So that's what I'm waiting for.
Right. And
then once that happens, I can put the cap back on. I don't know where my brain is today. Like, I mean, in my head, I'm saying what I need to say, but the words won't come out. This is your fault.
What's that song? In my head, in my head, oh.
I'm so cutting this out. Did you just try to sing on camera?
I don't know the lyrics of that song, but I know that
God.
part. Oh, man.
He also needs an oil change, too.
Oh,
but
man.
I want to do that after the test drive.
Got it, that makes sense.
I'm going to do the oil change after the test drive.
So how long are you planning to keep it on? 15, 30?
Until it gets up to operating temperature.
Oh,
I
cool.
also want to make sure that it doesn't overheat.
Yeah, that makes sense actually. Yeah. So basically we're going to keep an eye on that needle, right?
Yeah. Right now it's right at the middle. Just right below the middle line. So I want to see, once it gets up to operating temperature, if the fan comes on.
That makes sense.
Yeah. He doesn't have a lot of fuel in here either.
What is he running, a quarter or less?
It's just right below a quarter.
Oh, snap.
And I'm wondering if
well,
that's
you know what? It's because, like you said, since it's an angle, it's probably...
Yeah.
So it's technically, it's still low in a sense.
Right. So while it's... Yeah, see, is right at the halfway mark, just slightly below it.
Usually, what is the market normally factory wise? Where does it sit at least?
About right there.
Okay, so kind of it's performing how it's supposed to be, kind of.
But it's moving up. So once it gets to operating, once it gets hot enough, the fan should kick on. I don't know precisely what temperature the fan kicks on. I don't know if it's like 210 or 185. But the fan should kick on once it gets to like a hot temp.
Yeah.
So once it reaches its temp, the fan should kick on and it should cool it back down. So
gotcha. All
yeah.
right.
So it's literally at the halfway mark. And no fan. So
nothing yet.
Come on, because it came on when I turned on the AC.
So usually it switch on, though.
Yeah. So it was on when I was running the heater cord. The fan was on.
And then that uses the same relay to activate it, right? To engage it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's just awaiting, right? You guys ever seen that show Jeopardy? Where it goes dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's that moment right now.
Oh man. Come on, fan, kick on.
Sound like those airplanes, you gotta give it a little kick.
Right.
Get it going.
Did that work? No. I had to laugh. The valve, he has a huge valve cover leak too.
Oh damn! So it's like dripping.
Yeah, like you can see, it's like a bunch of oil over here.
Oh yeah, I can see it. It kind of built up like
on
that
the
on top.
Side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think he's done his spark plugs either.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if it's leaking in there too.
Right. It's sitting steady.
So maybe that's why it hasn't switched over. It's probably just because it's just idling, just at a cool little temp.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually it will obviously.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Once it gets hot enough, yeah.
It should kick in.
All right, so I'm gonna do this then. Wait. Because the thermostat should be open. The thermostat should be open. No air coming up. The fan not on yet. And this hasn't dropped down.
Shaky, shaky.
Because I'm trying to see if it's at the max line, so.
It's crazy that they've always kind of made these not out of plastic. Yeah. And they get all foggy later on.
Yeah. The Kias, they leak right here.
Oh, right on the road.
And it's normal. Yeah. We used to think that it was messed up, so we would like recommend new ones.
Yeah.
But there was a TSB on it that's normal, and you just clean it off with like some water.
So it's just like a relief point, basically. Wow,
literally, that's what it was. Yeah. All right. I'll let it run long enough. I mean, it's been on for like 20-25 minutes right now, so. And the temp gauge hasn't gone up anymore. All right, so I'm gonna drop it down, put the cap back on. You can tell I'm tired. I look tired.
I can't tell.
I look tired.
I can't tell. Honestly, I have sunglasses on, so I can't really see much. I can't see much of anything, you know.
Yeah.
I got sunglasses and I'm looking at a little bitty screen. so to me, you just look happy as fuck, like you smiling like crazy.
Where'd the cap go? Ooh.
You're finding all kinds of different caps, but not the cap?
Right. Ooh. See, this has a spring in it.
Oh, it's loaded too, so it's kind of like those old school like ones.
This one operates at 21 psi.
Oh.
Okay.
You're thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking we need to close it up so the pressure can develop inside.
Yeah. Bruh, if something else falls out my hand today, I'ma quit life. And just throw everything away.
Yeah, but the problem is your hand. So if you're gonna throw everything away, you're probably not gonna do a good job.
I hate you. I just want you to know that I hate you.
I'm just letting you know, man. I'm doing the math, man. I'm just adding it up.
Shut up. I hate you. Because now you said I can't even throw life away. I suck that bad. That's messed up, bro. That's messed up.
Just saying. Just saying.
Dang, I'm that bad of a thrower that I can't even throw life away.
So, what's the capacity of that jack?
This is a 3-ton.
It's a 310. Oh, damn. So it's a big bad boy.
Yeah. Move, trash can.
See what I'm saying?
You don't know my life.
He's talking about throwing life away. He's having trouble with that trash can.
You don't know my life. You don't know my life. Shut up.
Here we go. So there we go.
Oh, no, I can't do that yet.
What's up? What are we doing?
I gotta put the bottom on. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. That's sketchy, but I don't care. It's sketchy.
Remember that thing I said about throwing your life away? I might have been wrong.
Well, if it falls, I still have a jack stand over here. It's just gonna fall that way.
I might have been wrong. I think you figured it out.
Shut up. You stupid. I will never throw my life away. I value my life.
Let me back up to, and then you say that again, so I can get everything in frame.
I value my life.
God damn, man, that's
I love my life.
That's You guys have you guys seen the new Daredevil series? This is episode 1 right here.
Can I have a paper towel?
For sure.
Can you give me a paper towel, please?
Paper towel or paper rag, dog?
Paper towel. It should be. There's a box under.
Oh shit! Okay, my bad. I see it. Oh fuck.
Gracias, mi amigo.
Is there another one or not?
Nah. Hi-ya!
Oh fuck! You actually know that one. Look at that. You're getting better. Life's actually liking you right now.
Oh, shut up.
It's like, don't do this, Smokey. Look, I'm gonna help you.
You know, something seriously wrong with you?
Hey, is that a clip-on or bolted on?
Both.
Oh man, it's so annoying. I mean, don't get me wrong. If it's aluminum ones, I don't mind. It's pretty cool because it's like functional and everything. I mean, this is also functional, I guess, right? But it's just a little lame putting it on.
Sometimes.
Like my factory splash guard, it's falling apart and you replace it. Like, it's freaking lame. You know, it's the worst thing I've ever heard. Like, that's your problem, huh? It's not your brakes, not the transmission, not the motor mounts. It's the splash guard.
It's always a splash guard.
It's always a splash guard. Definitely, it always is.
Can rat bastard. Okay. Now,
That's what my grandfather used to say. A little bit of force goes a long way. I'm like, I don't think that applies to everything. He's like, yeah, it applies to anything that needs torquing. I don't think so either.
right. Like, I don't think that's how that works.
I know if you go a couple pounds over torque on something, snap. That's
That is
it.
not how that works, son.
Oh man, you gotta get to the old man though.
Old people are cool.
Yeah, they just say some interesting stuff. Oh man.
Yeah. I can't wait till I'm old. Oh wait.
Yeah.
I am old.
You're like,
I'm not that old.
Yeah, I can't wait till tomorrow. Is that basically what you're saying?
Shut up.
Yeah, you wake up the next day, you're like, damn, my back hurts, my leg hurts. Oh man.
No, my back is fine. It's my Achilles.
Damn. Yeah,
That's the issue that I'm having
I seen the movie. I saw that movie, Troy. I know what
and
that's
his name was Achilles.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm just saying, like, I know what that's about. It's a weak point.
It is.
Supposedly the story behind that is because that his mother grabbed him and dipped him in the water of the gods. Supposedly, and she grabbed him by the Achilles heel. And that's the only part that was mortal of him. So that's how you could supposedly defeat him. Supposedly.
Wow.
Allegedly.
Wow. Come on. Don't do this. There we go. Are you still recording me?
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay.
And this fool keeps calling.
I think he wants to talk to you.
I'm pretty sure he does. But I am ocupado.
Occupado!
You know what I'm saying?
You can pause the video and answer it. It might be important.
Okay, I guess. I'll answer. See what the hell he wants. Alright, guys.
I'm recording content,
We'll be back right
bro.
now.
Like, what do you want?
We'll be back right now, guys.
I'm gonna start recording.
So, I'm gonna flip it on you.
That's fine.
So what's going on?
So now that we're doing several things right now. Right now, we're trying to make sure that the car is not overheating, while at the same time, we're trying to duplicate the customer's concern, which was a transmission issue. So far, so good. Car's not overheating. It's been idling for about 20-30 minutes. And so it should, with the wind, it should cool down a little bit more. But I'm gonna keep my eye on the temp gauge while also trying to see if there's a transmission issue. Because he said it would like it would be hard for it to go in gear.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't go in gear. I hate when people do this. I really hate when people do this.
I can't stand that either.
Yeah, it's like, why? Don't do that. Don't jump in people's way. Sorry. So he says sometimes like it will try to shift, but it wouldn't shift, and then like the car would like start to ball.
Oh no, okay.
So, but like I was saying earlier, I think that has something to do with his battery, because he has two shift actuators.
Yeah.
He has one on top of the transmission and one at the bottom, and the codes that it gave me was like an intermittent issue.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if due to the low voltage, I'm gonna go this way.
And this is on automatic too, right? So
Long Beach Boulevard.
no, I'm saying this car.
Oh yeah, the car is automatic. So I'm wondering if the low voltage battery had something to do with the transmission not being able to shift properly, and then it was also throwing off other sensors.
Yeah.
So it seemed to be shifting fine.
So far, yeah. I'm not noticing any skips or anything.
Yeah. No check engine light is on. But, so in theory, what I'm thinking, because I swapped the actuators,
Yeah.
I'm wondering if, I think the code that I got was actuator B, which is the bottom one.
Yeah.
it gave me the intermittent issue, so I swapped A and B. So if it gives me an issue for A, then I know that it was that actuator.
Got it.
But if it gives me the same issue for B, then we know it's something internal, or it could possibly be the transmission control unit.
Oh shit.
Yeah. The TCU.
Yeah.
Which could be, it can be bad. But then also, what could be throwing that off could be like a loose ground. Something like that. Something that, you know, maybe a loose wire, a broken wire, and stuff like that. You would have to do, number one, to check to see if there's a broken wire, you do a continuity test.
Okay.
And that will basically, so whichever wire you think, like a signal wire, that was dangerous. If there's like a signal wire on that actuator, you have to find that wire at the TCU, and then you take your voltmeter and you put it on continuity test.
Oh, dude,
and
I feel really
you touch the pin at the TCU and the pin at the harness that goes into the actuator.
Yeah.
And it will beep, letting you know that you have continuity. But if it doesn't beep, then you have a break in the wire. But the fact that it was an intermittent issue lets me believe that I don't think it's a break in the wire. I think it was a voltage issue. I would like to get over it. I want to get over it.
I wish it was a Tesla. Bleep. Tesla
Right.
have to brake automatically. This is messed up, it's true.
So far so good. I don't feel anything as far as the transmission. I'm gonna go to Atlantic. I'm gonna do like the big giant sweep.
That Church of Chicken right there is bomb skis, I'm just saying.
I hate church's chicken.
I'm not a big fan of church chicken. I don't like fried chicken, but
Yeah,
that is pretty good.
Nah.
Okay, I like them too though. This is bomb.
Louis
too.
Burger? Oh yeah, it's the best Louis Burgers in town. That one
bomb.
and the one on Compton Boulevard.
What? I didn't know there was one there.
Yeah.
I found this one coming to your place.
Oh yeah, Louis Burgers is a staple. If you from Compton and you ain't ever had Louis Burgers, you ain't from Compton.
For real.
And I mean that with all sincerity.
You know what's funny? I literally ran into it that day I came to your pad, or I was going to your pad, but I went to pick up some couplers from what's that place up towards like Almonte.
Couplers?
From HSP, I think it is.
Oh,
or?
HPS?
HPS. There we go.
They are in El Monte.
Yeah, so I went out there and then it said to go up through this street to get some freeway up there, and I did, and I saw it, and I'm like, man, I'm starving. Let me get something real quick.
I'm gonna tell you right now, they got some of the best chili cheese fries with pastrami.
Bro, yes.
Oh my Jesus. Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
That's literally what I got.
And I'm trying to stay away from foods like that because I'm trying to slim down now. But
Kind of hard.
them and Carson Burger in Carson. When I worked at Kia, me and wifey used to go to Carson Burger. They had pretty good chili cheese fries, but their double bacon cheeseburger, and they give you like, they don't have a size for their fries. They put their fries in like a bag like that tall.
Oh, I know what you're
So they
talking
give you
about.
a gang of fries.
Gang of fries.
So you don't, there's no small, medium, large. It's just you get fries with that, and the fries comes in its own bag. It's like, yeah, I had to stop eating that too because I was like, yeah, I'm gaining weight. I'm gaining way too much weight now.
And then honestly, when I get that amount of fries, I don't want to be that guy that doesn't eat the fries. You know what I mean? Because it's just too much of it.
And people get mad at me because I eat my fries first.
Yeah, dude. You know what? I have the same habit.
I love fries.
I personally don't put ketchup on my fries because I like
I don't either.
the salt on it. The
Yeah,
seasoning.
I'd rather
just right.
ranch.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Ranch.
Yeah,
When I was in college, I was going to Cerritos. We used to like at the cafeteria.
Yeah.
We used to get fries, and this is the most unhealthiest thing ever. We used to buy their fries. We used to get the little cups to put ketchup in, and salt packets. And we would put salt in the ketchup, mix it around, and the ketchup was salty. It was like,
that sounds pretty
it was
good,
a hint of like sweetness and salt, and we would dip the fries in that. Oh, it was fire.
It was like seasoning,
I don't know if it was me or if one of my homeboys started it, but I was doing it, and he like dipped his fry in my ketchup, and he was like, "Why your ketchup tastes different?" I said, "Oh, I just put like a little salt packet in it, and I mix it up because I don't really like salt on my fries like that." And he was like, and then he started doing it, and then everybody started doing it.
You know, that's funny because I feel like that's kind of what happened with like Thousand Islands. Like
Yeah, I hate Thousand Islands.
Some guy just probably decided to put mayo. It's mayo, right? I don't really fuck with mayo.
I don't like you got relish in it or something.
Yeah, they put relish. I've noticed. Cause I don't really fuck with the freaking the mayo, but I noticed that's.
I'm not a mayo person, but
yeah,
the mayo that I've been getting now, I think it's from Oscar Mayer with the avocado oil in it.
Oh yeah.
Fire. And I don't really like. I'm a ranch person. I'll put ranch on my sandwich before I put mayo. With that mayo, fire. Why are we talking about food?
Yeah, I just
now
realized.
I'm hungry.
We went off subject, but anyway, back to the situation at hand. So
temperature is normal. I feel no issues in the transmission.
Yeah, it's been running smooth.
Yeah. So I don't know, and I tried to ask. So here's a tidbit that we can throw in here. As a technician, as a tech, whether you own your own company, you work at a mom and pop shop, or you work at a dealership, or a franchise shop like a Pet Boys or Big Old Tires or something like that. As a technician, one of the things that you should be doing is asking probing questions. You have to understand and realize some customers, I'm gonna go around again. Some customers, they don't know what's going on with their car. And so when there's an issue coming up, they're only gonna tell you what's wrong with the car at that moment.
Right.
And so if you're not asking probing questions like
really digging in,
how
right?
often is this problem happening? When is it happening? Is it happening in the morning when it's cold? Is it happening when you're driving? Is it once a week? Is it every day? When did you notice it? How long has this been going on? If you don't ask those probing questions, it's going to be difficult for you to diag that concern. We call it chasing a ghost. You will be chasing a ghost because you're trying to duplicate a concern that they have not given you all of the information on that concern.
Yeah.
And that goes for service advisors. If you're at a dealership and the customer only talks to the service advisor and not the technician, as a technician, you should be telling the service advisor, hey, can you ask these questions to the customer, or can you call the customer and I do a test drive with them so that I can now ask these probing questions while we're doing a test drive to try and duplicate the concern.
You know what's interesting?
What's up?
I feel like we're gonna touch the subjects on what's what and what's the difference of what is what, but we'll touch that on another.
What do you mean? Like, give me an example.
What a service advisor is, technician, remember?
What a service advisor is, what a technician is, what a shop foreman is.
If you want to touch subject on it right now.
Real briefly, so a service advisor is someone who advises services to the customer based on what the technician has recommended. So the first point of contact that the customer sees when they come to a dealership is a service advisor. So the service advisor gets all of the information. They get the concern, what the customer is feeling, what they think, they write it up. That RO, that repair order, goes to the technician. So the technician is reading what the service advisor has written down for the customer.
Got it.
The problem comes when the service advisor don't get all of the information to diagnose the problem. So the difference between a technician and a service advisor, on the simple, to keep it simple, service advisors don't work on cars.
True. So
now there are some service advisors who were technicians, and I feel, in my personal opinion, I feel that a service advisor who was a technician first is a better service advisor because they understand the intricacies of working on a vehicle, asking probing questions, you know, trying to figure out what the customer is saying and what the issue is. Because sometimes you have to diagnose what the customer is saying.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, because if a customer comes in and say, yeah, my car is making a whooshy whooshy whoosh noise. Yeah. How do you diagnose that? So now you have to ask questions like, what do you mean by that noise? Where are you hearing it? Are you hearing it inside the car, outside the car? Are you hearing it in the front of the car, in the back of the car? Like, stuff like that. So a service advisor is someone who advises services to the customer based on the recommendations of a technician. And then the technician is the one who repairs the vehicle.
Actually does the work, I guess.
He does the work. Yes. He does the work. He does the diag. He tries to figure out what's going on. And then he relays that information, you know, based on what his findings. He relays that to the service advisor. The service advisor then calls then calls the customer to let the customer know this is what we found based on what the technician has, you know, diagnosed.
Yeah.
And this is what it's going to cost to repair that. And oh, by the way, they also recommend it based on your mileage that these services are now due for this, or your brakes are red and they should be replaced immediately, or your air filter is yellow, it should be replaced, you know, pretty soon. So just that's what the technician does. The service advisor relays all of that information to the customer.
And usually when they use those color codings to describe like a situation about the brakes, is there like a chart where they could see these things, or what is that like? How's that?
So a good tech.
Yeah. And
I'm not, and this is not to like downgrade any technician or anything like that.
Yeah.
But a good technician is someone who's gonna have a tool that measures brakes. You measure the brake pads to see. So green would be anywhere between 10 and 6. So 6 to 10 is green. That's the thickness of the brake pads. That's the millimeters.
Yeah.
Yellow is going to be 5 to 4. Yellow is like, okay, your pads are low, but you still got some time. Red is going to be 3 to 0. That's, your pads are almost metal to metal or at metal to metal, and it's time to replace them now.
Right.
And so the technician is then, if you're doing a multi-point inspection or a digital video inspection, you're now showing the customer the thickness of their brake pads, if they're green, if they're yellow, if they're red. Yellow, you can say, like if it's at a 4, you can start making the recommendations.
So basically your findings, right?
Yeah, to replace it. If it's in the red, you want to replace that as soon as possible, because your brakes is a safety item. Safety items like brakes, tires, suspension, those things, if they're broken, you don't want to wait and say, you know what, I'll come back later, because if you can't stop and you hit someone,
well, that's all.
God forbid, but you can kill someone if you can't stop. So
that thing's gonna escalate like crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. Well, I mean, that covers that. And how's the situation right now with the car? How are we looking?
So far, so good. The temperature is holding steady. Yeah. I haven't felt any deviation in the shifting to let me know that the transmission is shifting or having a problem shifting. You know, and I'm getting on it. I mean, I'm not speeding through like the neighborhood or anything.
No, but you're going according to the
But I you know, we've been driving for about what, 10, 15 minutes now.
Yeah.
And then we let it idle for about another 15, 20 minutes. So.
And considering we were at a couple of red lights for a cool minute.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm doing about 45 right now. I'm gonna go. No, I think we're good.
Think so?
I mean, right now I can't duplicate the concern. So whatever the concern, that's why I said it could have been, maybe he just had a bad battery and it was affecting that low voltage was affecting his sensors because the battery wouldn't hold a charge.
Were you considering the freeway right now? Is that what you were thinking?
Maybe. I mean, you know what? Let's try the freeway. Let's see if we get it up to about 50 or 60 to see if we have any shifting.
Yeah.
Any shifting issues. So I'll just get on the freeway and go to like Rosecrans and get off.
Yeah, that makes sense. And especially you could get it up to, like you said, 60 or 50, and that really, I mean, you're trying it at all the actual speeds that people drive at, so.
Right. Or, you know what? I'm gonna get on the 17 to the 91. That way I can get off on Atlantic.
And just shoot it right back, yeah, wrap around. That's true.
But yeah, so those are the differences between a service advisor and a technician. And then you have different techs, like you have what we call a line tech. Like if you're at a dealership, you have what's called a line tech. They do like the heavy line stuff, like transmissions, diagnostics, engines and stuff like that, like all of your heavy labor stuff. And then you have what's called your apprentice technicians. Those are the guys who are trying to become a heavy line tech. So they work under like a shop foreman or a manager, a shop manager, to kind of, you know, guide them through, you know, teaching them how to do certain things in the shop. Like a lot of times, like when I was an apprentice, I didn't have to be an apprentice. I think because of my experience, I was good at replacing, you know, diagnosing and replacing parts and things like that, doing engines. But I needed to know how to do all of the paperwork stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what he was really teaching me as far as like being his apprentice.
Yeah.
I already knew how to work on cars. I knew how to do engines. I knew how to swap, but that was their process of becoming a line tech. But you have your apprentices, and then the low ball, like if you're just starting out, you start out as a lube tech. So all you're doing is basically oil changes, replacing air filters and cabin filters, and rotating tires. That's it. That's all you're really doing. So.
All right.
Come on, people. I want to go fast. I like going fast.
Fucking Sonic or what?
Yeah.
You gotta go fast.
What did Lightning McQueen say? I am speed.
I am speed. Oh, the famous Ricky Bobby.
Go fast, Ricky Bobby. Shake and bake.
Shake and bake. If it ain't first.
If you ain't first, you're last.
There you go.
We had 70 and car feels good.
Oh damn. So yeah. Hold on. Okay, now sorry. There we go.
Hey, we recorded? Yeah. So, we test drove it. No overheating. No transmission issues. Now we're checking oil level because we did an oil change on it. So everything looks good. Coolant level is still good. We're done.
Damn.
So, what did we do? Replace the battery, replace the water pump, just to diagnose a transmission issue, which I believe was connected to a low voltage battery. So when we went and test drove it, we didn't have that issue that the customer said he had. Now, I am gonna talk to the customer when he get here or when he calls back and let him know what I think he should do. And if that issue comes back, then to bring it back. But we could not duplicate the concern. It shifts normal. We took it on the freeway. We drove it around, you know, the block for about, we drove it for about what, 30, 45 minutes?
About.
Yeah. And we didn't have any issues, no overheating. Everything is good. Yeah, I think we fixed it. So that's gonna be it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what to do. Turn on the post notifications. Also, there is a button, a hype button. Hype this video up if you like it. If you like it. If you don't like it, if you don't hype it up, that means you don't like the video. And it's gonna hurt my feelings. And I'm gonna have to go find a corner to go crying.
He's a very emotional guy.
Yeah. Crying right now. And that didn't even happen. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, hit the hype button, turn on post notifications so that you don't miss another video. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Good question though.
Yes.
Who are we?
We are DLW Motorsports. www.dlmotorsports.com. See you in the next one. Peace.